Looks like this Heim is separating from Afro. Afro takes a tower shot. We're going to set up a trap. Activate her 2. Activate her ultimate. Get a lot of good damage on her as she uses her ultimate. We pop R2. She uses a shell. 3, 4, 5. And we're able to clean her up, landing 5 basics in a row. Feels good when you land your basics as a hunter. That Heim should be around here somewhere. We have our beads in a second. We're going to go ahead and clear the mini wave. There's the Heim. We're going to activate a trap. He gets caught. We're going to activate R 2. He uses his ultimate. We're going to land some basics. And we're able to clean up the Heim Delir. Nice little double kill. Feels good. Able to pick them off whenever they're separated. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Artemis as carry. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I think Artemis is kind of bottom of the list in terms of hunters because she doesn't have a dash and I think she can be punished very easily. That being said, Zapman from the Pittsburgh Knights pulled her out in Worlds and won a game with her. So let's go ahead and jump into Artemis's kit. Artemis's 1, Transgressor's Fate. Artemis places a trap on the ground. Enemy gods coming within 5 units of her trap activates them, rooting and crippling the enemy god, preventing movement abilities and dealing damage every second for 3 seconds. The root duration is going to be 2 seconds, and she can have up to 3 traps out at the same time. Artemis's 2, Vengeful Assault. Artemis attacks at a furious pace, increasing her attack and movement speed significantly. Additionally, Artemis cleanses herself of slows and becomes immune to slows for 0.6 seconds when activated. She's going to gain 40% attack speed at level 1, 80% attack speed at level 5. She's going to gain 20% movement speed, and the duration is going to be 3 seconds at level 1, 5 seconds at level 5. Artemis's 3, Suppress the Insolent. Artemis fires a volley into the ground, suppressing all of her enemies. Enemies caught within the volley are damaged and slowed. The slow is going to be 25%, and the slow duration is 2 seconds. Artemis's ultimate, Caledonian Boar. Artemis summons the Great Caledonian Boar on her enemies, doing damage to the nearest enemy god and stunning them. The boar is immune until it hits the first god, then continues to charge to other gods for its lifetime. Artemis is immune to crowd control for 1.5 seconds. The stun is going to be 1.1 seconds at level 1, 1.5 seconds at level 5. The boar lifetime is 6 seconds. And finally, Artemis's passive, Still Target. Artemis deals 15% increased basic attack damage to gods and 30% to minions who are affected by crowd control. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1 we want to put a point to R3, level 2 put a point to R1 or 2, kind of dependent on how the lane's going. Level 3 put a point to the opposite of what you did at level 2. Level 4 put a point into your 3, and then at level 5 put a point into our ultimate. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can. Max out our 3, max out our 2, max out our 1. In the early game, if we can land a trap, we're going to deal a little bit more damage than if we activate R2. Unfortunately, Baron goes down. We lost wave, so we're going to go ahead and just fall back. We started with Leather Cowl and Tier 1 of Devourer's Gauntlets. Leather Cowl is going to provide us 15 physical power, 10% lifesteal, and 5% attack speed. Dorm's calling for a gank. We land our 3, that's going to slow her. We're going to land some basics onto her. We're able to clean up the Aphrodite. Leather Cowl passive, while you are near an allied god, you're going to gain 10% attack speed. If you are alone, you're going to instead gain 5% movement speed. We're really picking up the Leather Cowl for the 10% lifesteal. We're going to be a little hurting for mana in the early game, however once it gets to that mid game, that extra lifesteal is going to be very helpful. I had a lot of fun playing this game with Artemis. Probably more fun than I have with a lot of gods in a while. I don't know, I just picked her up, things clicked, we have a pretty good game. She felt very fun to play. We're going to go ahead and let Baron pick up the purple. We're going to come back, try to provide a little bit of damage and peel for him. We're going to set up a trap, fall back. Trap helps save him. I think that was also a beads. And Baron goes down. We are now on the run. Yorm shows up just in time to save us. We're going to throw out our 3. And Yorm's able to clean up the Aphrodite. We're going to throw our 3 on the minions. Get some basics onto this Heim. He has a fat wave pushing, so we're just going to fall back to tower. He can have our lesser scorpion. We hit level 5. We're now going to charge him. He realizes that we hit level 5. And also Baron is near us, so he's going to start backing up. We need about another 150 gold to have enough money for Devourer's Gauntlets. We're going to cast our ult onto the Artemis. It's going to then connect to the Heim. That's a shell. That's probably all we're going to be able to do. So last year, they gave Artemis a little bit of love. They reworked her ultimate to where now you can kind of control where her ultimate goes to first. Since we had Aphrodite within the little cone, it's going to go to Aphrodite first. Then it's going to connect to any enemy gods that it can reach. We see the enemy junglers nearby. We're just going to fall back.
In the making. Be right back. Enemy ultimate down.
Artemis also received a buff on her too. It did not used to provide slow immunity. Now it does. I think that's a really good quality of life change. One of the issues with Artemis is she doesn't have a dash. So if you get slowed, and let's say by a nemesis, you're pretty much donezo. If you get slowed by a nemesis and you activate your 2, you still have your movement speed and you have a better chance of fighting back or getting away. It was a very small change, but I think it makes her a lot stronger than she originally was.
Mistakes are art in the making.
So we picked up Devourer's Gauntlets and we're going to start stacking. Devourer's Gauntlets are going to provide us 30 physical power and 15% lifesteal. I'm going to activate our 3. Try to get some damage off. That's a stomp from Aphrodite. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. It hits the Aphrodite first. That's an ultimate from Aphrodite, and unfortunately, Baron goes down. So we're just going to clean up this wave, sit in tower, be able to steal the Lesser Scorpion. Devourer's Gauntlets has a passive that's going to allow us to stack up to 70 times. Each stack is going to provide us 0.5 power and 0.2% lifesteal. Once we have this item fully stacked, it's going to provide us 65 power and 29% lifesteal. So the 29% lifesteal plus the 10% from Leather's Cowl, we now have 39% lifesteal. The lifesteal is affected by the global anti-healing aura. So when we're just attacking minions, we're most likely going to have around 23% lifesteal. However, once we're in combat, we're going to have 39%. My math was a little poor there. It's actually more of 26%. We have our ultimate in 10. We're just going to fall back. That's an ultimate from the Aphra. We're going to set up a trap. Throw out our 2. Get some damage. That's her shell. Oh, one more basic and we would have had her. We're going to cast our ultimate. Cirquet's here. We use our beads immediately. That's a Heim ult. We're going to get a basic onto him, and we're able to clean up the Heimdall. The Morgan also rotated over. That poor Cirquet, she came in right as I was ulting, so our ult stunned her. We used our beads to avoid the damage. The new magic number is 1550. That's the amount of gold we need for our attack speed boots. Since we had a Baron on our team, we picked up the Baron's Brew. That's going to provide a multi-pot chalice for us. So it's going to provide health and mana. Refresh every time we go back to Fountain. We're going to go ahead and work on the Greater Scorpion. We have a decent amount of lifesteal. I think we can just solo this, no problem. As long as nobody rotates onto us, we should be fine. Maybe not. We're going to go ahead and back. They're kind of looking for us. We're just going to run under tower. Make sure we get some of this XP from the minion wave. We were able to get the right tower. That's going to provide us some gold. So now we have enough money for boots. We're going to want to back as soon as we're done clearing this wave. Anytime a tower goes down, everyone on your team is going to receive some gold. We pick up the attack speed boost, and now we have something to work with. We have movement speed, we have attack speed, we got some lifesteal going on. We're going to keep working on stacking Devourer's Gauntlets, but we should be able to deal some damage right here.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice work.
If the enemy jungler is living in our lane as we're Artemis, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. However, we can kind of run it down if it's just this Heim and this Afro. It looks like this Heim is separating from Afro. Afro takes a tower shot. We're going to set up a trap, activate her 2, activate her ultimate. Get a lot of good damage onto her. She uses her ultimate. We pop R2. She uses a shell. 3, 4, 5. And we're able to clean her up, landing 5 basics in a row. Feels good when you land your basics as a hunter. That Heim should be around here somewhere. We have our beads in a second. We're going to go ahead and clear the minion wave. There's the Heim. We're going to activate a trap. He gets caught. We're going to activate R2. He uses his ultimate. We're going to land some basics. And we're able to clean up the Heim Dealer. Nice little double kill. Feels good. Able to pick them off whenever they're separated. Nice little play. I'm glad they came out as 1 by 1.
Middle lane.
They ain't stealing any bases today.
We're going to go ahead and peek the enemy purple. If it is here, it is enhanced. So the regular purple buff is going to provide us 10% increased attack speed. The enhanced is going to provide us 25%.
Cancel that.
An enemy has been slain.
We're going to throw out our 3, get some of the golden XP from that harpy. In the early game, they had lane pressure pretty much the entire time. We just sat back, stayed alive, and kept farming. Now we have a 3-level lead on the enemy Heimdallr.
Your right tower is under attack.
We're able to get our 3 onto the Heim. He's slow.
They ain't stealing any bases.
We set up a trap. He walks back into it. That's his beads. Now that his beads are gone, we're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. Get some damage onto him. He uses his ultimate. We use our beads. And we're able to clean up the Heimdallr. He beads the trap, so that left him wide open for us to use our ultimate.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Middle lane.
Your right tower is under attack.
We're going to hit the Greater Scorpion before dropping our purple buff. We activate our 2, and that brings our attack speed to 2.35. So we are almost at the attack speed cap, and we only have leather cowl and boots.
Middle lane.
Since we're so close to the attack speed cap, that means we get to build a little bit of crit.
A sad sight.
Crit feels good this season. Last season, I think it was all about penetration. However, I think it feels really good to build crit this season. We're kind of out of mana, so we're not going to push this. We're just going to back and then pick up. I believe we're picking up Rage. Yep, Rage is going to provide us 30 physical power and 30% critical strike chance. It has a passive that getting a kill or getting an assist on an enemy god is going to give you 1 stack. Each stack provides 3% critical strike chance, and this item can stack up to 5 times. So once we have it fully stacked, it's going to provide us 45% critical strike chance.
Retreat. Retreat. Goodbye. Nicely
No
done.
problem.
Cast our 3 to get the slow. We set up a trap. He walks into it. Unfortunately, our bees was down. There was a small window where we could have used our ultimate to avoid his CC.
Be careful left. Enemy missing middle.
He backs Afros here. We're able to avoid the kiss. We unfortunately walk into the... We're going to use our ultimate. Oh my goodness, poor Sir Cat.
You are beautiful.
She gets stunned. We hit her with a crit and she's just instantly gone. So that's 1 stack on our rage.
Woohoo! Enemy missing middle. Be careful left. Cancel that.
So one thing we did not do a lot this game was set up traps to block the way into the jungle. That's one thing I see a lot of Artemis players do. It's pretty helpful. You'll sometimes make it to where they will have to walk into the trap to get to your lane. However, I feel like we just used our traps to get the enemy, and it worked out really well for us this game. Oleron's here. We're going to cast out our 3. He walks into our trap. We're going to use our ultimate. He uses his beads. We just chunk him. 7-0-2. Feels good.
The gold fury. On my way.
And the enemy Oleron leaves. Super unfortunate, but I feel like we were having such a good early game. I still wanted to make this a video. Since the Oleron left, it is now mission end the game. We're going to keep farming up, but instead of going for kills, we're just going to try to go for structures.
Ultimate is ready. Be right back.
We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for the Executioner. The Executioner is going to provide us 35 physical power, 25% attack speed, and it has a passive that basic attacks against an enemy reduce your target's physical protections by 7%. This can stack up to 4 times. So we can remove 28% of the enemy's physical protections. And it's not a percent penetration, this is a removal of protections. So that means that the Neath can also benefit from the target's lost protections if we hit them with basic attacks. Essentially, if we remove 28 protections, then Neath will deal damage as if they had 28% less protections.
Bye. Good game.
Excellent game.
We expect them to surrender. We're just going to march up our lane.
An ally has been slain.
Mistakes are art in the making. Sorry. Oops. A sad sight.
Activator 2, increase our attack speed. We are now at the attack speed cap.
Your right tower has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed the left enemy tower.
If nobody steps to us, we'll definitely take this Phoenix. Activator 2. Two people here, so we're going to rotate towards our team. Go ahead, cast our ultimate, put her in a trap, land some basics, and we clean up the Scylla. Essentially, you'll want to land your ultimate and then trap somebody with your 1. We'll go ahead and pick up the speed. Why not?
Too bad, isn't it?
Attack fire giant.
We're trying to get our team to come to fire.
Swoop up.
On my way.
Nicely done.
That's the style.
We're going to go ahead and work on the Pyromancer. The Pyromancer is going to provide our team with a buff. Whenever they leave Fountain, they're going to gain 40% increased movement speed for 15 seconds. We are just shy of enough gold to pick up Deathbringer, so we're going to hang out in lane until we get enough. We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough. Deathbringer is going to provide us 50 physical power and 25% critical strike chance. It has a passive that critical strike bonus damage dealt is increased by 30%. So right now we're at 39% critical strike chance from Rage, and then we're going to have an additional 25 from Deathbringer. Once we get Rage fully stacked, we're going to be sitting at 60%, 70% critical strike chance. And our crits are going to hurt. Looks like our team's pushing mid. We're going to go ahead and push left lane. Do a little split push. They're man down, so I don't think they're going to be able to respond to me in time. We are able to get the left Phoenix. We're going to go ahead and clean up this wave, then rotate mid. Go ahead, work on the structure. Get some good damage onto the Aphrodite.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Whoa, that came straight out of left.
Poor Baron. He didn't have a chance right there. Needs able to get the right Phoenix. We're going to go ahead and just deal damage to the middle Phoenix. We're hoping somebody would do a little bit of tanking with us. We do have our ultimate. We're kind of holding on to it. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate to get the assist onto the Circuit. That's an Afro ultimate. We have all 3 Phoenixes down. We have Fire Giant. We should be able to close this game out here pretty soon.
No wonder you have 5 world champions. Keep up the hit streak.
Titan's very weak. We should be able to close this game out. Unfortunate that the Oleron left, but I think we would have won anyway. Well, that's going to be the end of this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.